Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense. Hey, easy. Thumbs up the helmet. Here we go.
Now Breeze on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
56. Hey, easy. 56, right there. 56. 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Coleman. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Right there. 65, 65. I got you.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brings up third down.
Here we go. 180! 56. Silver.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. 180! 2 right here. Yeah.
They'll try with McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check right 54. Right 54. Check.
Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
That's it, baby. We gon' roll.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down, McKinnon. And now running right through it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go, ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Malcolm Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, let's get there.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Malcolm Smith. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Alex Anzalone. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A give to Kamara running right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
That's what I do.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check 56. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Kamara try the right side. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Protein spill. Rush in. Hey, easy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, easy. Mike spot 4. Check. Hey, pick it up, defense. Here we go. Say.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go. 180. Check. Tight dog. Watch out. Kill. Check. Hey, alert. Say hi.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. David Onyemata has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Kamara. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
Here we go.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
21. Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
46.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
3rd and long.
For that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Switch it. 12. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, and that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
12, fellas, here we go.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Now a desperation throw, deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They go play action here on first down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bree's going to throw here. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's get 21.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. One final try now for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
13.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for New Orleans, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.